By the title of this video, I know you guys know what's going on. So we're making Hennessy barbecue wings, or Henny wings, which were fire. So you guys are gonna want to stick around. All right, so first things first, I have my chicken wings here, and I got them pre-cut at my supermarket, and they're already washed and stuff. So I'm just gonna season them a little, and here I'm adding salt, black pepper, and I don't really measure seasonings. I just, shake and sprinkle until the spirits tell me to stop. And I'm going to add some green seasoning. If you guys have followed me for a while, you know that I love me some green seasoning by the brand Chief. It's pretty inexpensive and yeah, time consuming. And I'm going to add a little bit of paprika as well. And then I'm going to add a little bit of oil and just mix all of that together. Make sure everything is incorporated. Alright, so now my wings are nice and seasoned. So I'm going to place the wings on this rack, which would prevent it from getting soggy. And the wings are going to crisp up really nicely. So if you want crispy wings and you do not want to fry it, this is a great trick to do. You just put your wings on a rack and bake them for about 45 minutes. Halfway through, you're going to flip it on the other side and they'll be perfectly crispy. And you wouldn't have that extra fat from frying it. And I did bake my wings for about 45 minutes to an hour at 350. You could bake them at 400 from maybe like 30 to 45 minutes, but my oven is just always preset to 350, so sometimes I just leave it like that. But yeah, you monitor it and you can check to see when the wings are brown on both sides and crispy enough, and then you remove them. So yeah. And here are my wings when they're done. This was so hard, it was burning my fingers at this point, but I want you guys to hear how crispy these wings are. See, so you really do not need to fry them, right? So now that the wings are done, let's get started on our Henny sauce. All right, so in this pan, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to let that melt. this is the barbecue sauce that I will be using. This is my favorite barbecue sauce. It's sweet and spicy by Kraft. Use whatever barbecue sauce that you like, but I happen to love this one. And of course, the star of the show, your Henny. All right, so our butter is melting. And to that, I'm going to go ahead and add some barbecue sauce. And I did use about half of the bottle of barbecue sauce. Now you use as much based on the amount of wings that you are cooking. I cooked about 18 wings, so this was the amount that I used. I used about half. So I'm adding some of the barbecue sauce to my pan, as you guys have seen. And because we don't waste things, I washed out the bottle and added some water in there just to thin it out a bit, because I don't want the sauce to be too thick. So add a little bit of water and a little bit of brown sugar as well. And then I'm going to add my Henny. Now be careful, don't pour this too wild because alcohol and heat don't go too well, and you don't want to blow up your kitchen. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add some Henny there, and you add to your liking, really. For the final ingredients, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of ketchup. I love adding ketchup to any barbecue sauce that I'm making because it balances off the barbecue sauce. So I'm just throwing that in there, letting my sauce thicken up. Y'all, this sauce was so good. You guys need to try this. And then I felt like adding one more tablespoon of butter, so I did. And that butter is going to add that shine and that glaze that sauce is going to give. Going to make your wings look nice and shiny, and of course flavor. So yeah, don't skip on that. Alright, so our sauce is done, so I'm going to go ahead and pour that over my chicken and toss it together. Actually, I ended up pouring back everything in the pan and just like let it sit for a minute. To me, that way the sauce stuck to the wings more. So I would advise you put the chicken in the same pan with the sauce. You don't have to like transfer it and pour it over. It saves you some dishes. So, and to me, the sauce sticks better that way. So you're gonna see the end. I still did transfer it back to the pan and put it on the heat for like a couple minutes just so that the sauce could stick to the wings. And that's basically it. There you have your Henny barbecue wings, you guys. These were so good. Trust me, serve with some blue cheese or some ranch dressing. fire. Try this and let me know if you like it. And as always, I'll see you lovely people in my next video. Later.